Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Veronica and I'm a big lover of makeup, so if you want to see more reviews, looks and more fun videos, don't forget to subscribe. In today's video we are actually filming a swatch party, so the whole video will be overhead view footage, so enjoy my face when you can. I did film this look actually and it should be already live. It's a full face of high-end makeup and I will link that video down below, but today we are doing a swatch party, so let's move into that. I actually got this idea from a comment. I will pop it on the screen. Thank you so much for the comment. I am very happy and excited to interact with other people that are loving makeup. I'm so happy and so thankful for all of the comments. So let's move into swatching. Okay guys, so I don't know how the light is looking right now because I am between two ring lights, but only the left one is focusing on the product and the other one is just bringing light into the room. I don't know how this footage will be. I'll try my best to focus on the shadows and to show the shifts, but yeah, just bear with me. So I choose 5 brands. They are all indie brands. I think Natasha Denona is considered an indie brand, so 5 indie brands, and we are gonna swatch some Duochromes and some Multichromes. I don't have a large collection of special shadows, but I just choose some palettes and I'm very excited to do this swatch party. And I brought out the Sigma Untamed as well because this one has a black and we are gonna swatch, I think, all the shadows on a black base as well because we are gonna see the shifts better. So let's start with Natasha Denona actually. Okay, so I moved the camera just a tiny bit, maybe the view is a bit better now. So let's start with Natasha Denona, which is one of my favorite brands. The eyeshadow formula is really amazing, I really adore it, the mattes and the shimmers as well. So these are the 4 palettes that I choose for this, and let's start with the minis. So we have in here the mini Retro palette and the mini Love. They both are $25 and you can purchase them from Natasha Denona, of course, and from Sephora. And for other retailers, Natasha Denona is available at Cult Beauty and at Beautylish as well. Okay, let's start with the mini Retro. I really love this palette, and a special shadow that's in this palette is the first shade that is called Galaxia. So let's swatch that one. So first swatch, this is how it looks just on its own. So again, this is called Galaxia and is described as a light nude with green and blue sparks. So it's not actually a duochrome, but I think it's a very special shadow. Okay, so this is how the shadow looks on a black base. As you can see, the blue and the green sparkles are just a lot more visible. I really love this shadow because it reflects the light very beautifully and is a perfect inner corner or the perfect topper for any shade. And as you can see, the Galaxia shade is the one that I used the most in this palette, but I really like the addition of these 2 greenish shades, so I think this palette is really stunning. The second palette in here is the mini Love from Natasha Denona, and this is a very pinky and very romantic color story. And from here I want to swatch the first shade. It's called You. Okay, so these are the swatches. This is described as a mauvey rose gold duochrome, and on the black base you can really see that mauvey shift, and I really like this shadow. It's very romantic and very stunning. The next palette in here is the Coral palette, and this retails for $48, but as you can see the pens are bigger and you can actually remove the pens from here. And from this one I want to swatch the middle shade. It's called Abalone, but I really like the color story of this one as well. Okay, so these are the swatches. This is described as an iridescent pink with a duochrome finish, but I would say that it has a lot of blue in it, as you can see with this black base, but it's so stunning. My hand will hate me after this video. It will be very dry, but it's fine. I really like swatching shadows. I sometimes just swatch my shadows because I really like them. But let's move into the next one, which is the Natasha Denona Pastel palette. And this is how the palette looks. And from here we have a lot of special shadows. We have Illusion, which is described as a duochrome sheer pink peach. We have Dainty, that's a duochrome pink with champagne. Then we have Adriatic, that's described as a turquoise with gold. Starlet, that's a coral pink and peach. And the last shade is Duet, and this one is a lilac teal. And I'm gonna swatch all of them with a black base as well. Okay, so this is how the swatches are looking. I'm very happy that I decided to do a black base as well, because you can really see the shifts with a black base. Okay, so let's start from here. This is Illusion, and as you can see, it's nothing very special, but on a black base, you can see a lot of pink, and it's very, very beautiful. Then we have Dainty here, and this is the swatch without any base. It looks like a very, very shimmery pink, but on the black base, I can see a lot of green. Then we have in here Adriatic, and we can really see the turquoise in here, but when you are putting it on a black base, it looks really dark and more of a foresty green. Then we have Starlet in here, and I think this one is really, really impressive. As you can see, it's just coral pink without any base, but when you are putting a base, it looks really dark, and I really want to use this color with a black base. It's so stunning, and I see a lot of gold in it as well. A very, very beautiful color. And the last one is Duet, and as you can see here, it looks very pink, and on a black base, the blue is really the star of the show, and I want to use this shade on a black base as well. For the next brand, I have GlossGods, and this one is an indie brand from Sweden, and I have the Gal on the Moon eyeshadow palette, and here we actually have 12 special shadows, and this palette retails for around $40, and it looks like this. If you want a palette with only special shadows, this one is pretty great. It's not the perfect formula, but this one is not very expensive, so I think it's worth the money at least. I'm not gonna swatch all of these shadows because I have a video with the first impression, but I will choose just the most beautiful ones. First, let me show you these 3 harder pressed shadows. So we have Celestial, this one is called Full Moon, and this one is Eclipse. These two are blue to purple shifts, but as you can see, they are pretty different colors. And this one is a green to a neutral shade. But let's move into the rest of the swatches. First shade that we have, it's called Blue Moon. Then we have my favorite shadow in the whole palette, it's called Luna. And as you can see, on the normal base is like a pink with gold, but on the black base, it's very, very green. I hope you can see that. Then we have Moon Landing. This one is a purple to green. As you can see, again, very strong green shift, but I can see the purple base as well, like this. Then we have Catherine J, which is a turquoise shade, but on the black base, again, it's a very foresty green. And the last one in here is New Moon, and this one is a topper and is a sheer gold with green sparkles, but on the black base you can really see the green. This is a mostly green and purple blue palette, so of course most of them are on the greenish side, but I think these are really stunning. The next brand that I have in here is Little, and this is a German indie brand, and I really like the quality and the experience buying from the site. These are actually single shadows, so I created these 2 palettes and I really like them. And this one is the second palette. Oh, this one had a black as well. I could have used this one, but anyway, Sigma is another really great brand, so I'm not mad recommending that as well. From Little, the Multichromes are around $10. I have 2 Multichromes, I will swatch them for you, and the Duochromes are around $8. I do have only one duochrome. I will swatch those three with a black base, but I will maybe swatch on this hand some other shades because they are really pretty. But let's start with the duochrome. The duochrome that I have is this Sigil shade in here, and this is a very, very stunning mint gold. I will swatch this one. And for the multichromes, I have this one in here. It's called Retrograde, and this one in here, and it's called Event Horizon. So let's swatch these three. I swatched first these three shadows. I will list down below all the shades that I have, but these are so stunning, and I really like them. These are not the multichromes or something like that, but they are so shimmery and they are reflecting the light so gorgeously. So I wanted to show you these ones as well. So I do really recommend the metallics as well. They are so stunning. But let's move into these three. So this is Sigil and is the duochrome. And in here we don't have a base, and in here it's on the black base. And as you can see on the black base, the gold is really showing. Then we have the two multichromes in here. The first one, like I said, is called Retrograde, and without a base it looks like a green with a nude base, but on the black base it looks really dark green, and it shows the purple. If you can see, has a purpley base. I hope you can see something. And the last one is called Event Horizon, but because this one is already with a black base, you can't see a lot, but it's a red with green. So the normal one and with the black base are pretty similar because the shadow itself, it has a black base. The next brand in here is Kaleidos, and sadly I own only this palette, which is called Club Nebula. It's the collaboration between Kaleidos and Angelica, but this is discontinued. But I still want to show you the palette because it's really stunning, and Kaleidos has a really nice eyeshadow formula, so I want to recommend it based on this palette. This is how the palette looks, and this was around $45. From this palette I'm gonna swatch Firefly. This is a mint green and fuchsia shade. Then You're My Only Hope, that's a lavender and blue. Astro is a multichrome. Then we have Celestial. This one is a peachy with, again, a lot of sparkles. And then we have Nova. This one is a blue and violet, but as you can see, it looks white in the pen right now. And we have Nebula as well, but this one I don't think it has a very strong shift. So let's swatch those. Okay, so I have the swatches in here. Most of these shades are toppers. I think Astro is the only one that you can use on its own, but the others are toppers, so you need to have a base. And as you can see, they are just so gorgeous on the black base. This one, first one, is Firefly, and as you can see, it looks like a very light green. I don't know if you can see, but it has some fuchsia shimmers and a shift. The next one is called You're My Only Hope, and is this one. And it's a very light lavender, but when you are putting it on the black base, you can see the blue. Then we have Astro, which is a light blue in here, but on the black base, you can see some purple and even some green in some light. Next, we have Celestial, and as you can see, it looks like a peach in here, but on the black base, you can see a lot of pink and bronziness, and it looks so stunning. And the last one, we have Nova, and this one, it looks like a very light shade, but on the black base, it's a periwinkle, and you can see the purple shift as well, and it's so stunning. And for the last palette, we have the Oden and Angelica again, the collaboration, and this one is the Hela palette, and this retails for around $44 or something like that. Oden is a Swedish indie brand, but this palette was shipped from China, and as well the Kaleidos one was shipped from China as well. So it took some time to reach me, but it's totally fine. And this is how the palette looks. I did a video on this one. I actually did a video with all of the palettes, so I will link down below some videos if you want to see some looks and more swatches. From this palette, I'm gonna swatch these two shades. The double-sided shade is actually a multichrome, And the River shade is described as a multicolor diamond shimmer with a purple base. And I just love these two shades so much, so I'm gonna swatch these two on a black base as well. But the rest of the shimmers are really impressive as well. Maybe I'm gonna swatch some of them as well. I did swatch in here some other shimmers. They look so beautiful. They are metallics, but they are so pigmented and really beautiful. This one is called Golden Bridge. This one is Venom. This one is a peachy, really beautiful shade called Hellfire. And this one is a black metallic, which is very beautiful and pigmented. And this one is called Complete. But we have here the two shades that are the most special ones. So this one is double-sided, which is the Multichrome. And as you can see, without the base, it looks like a peach, a very light peach with some white. But on the black base, you can really see the gold, the bronze, the green. It has some purple in it if I'm turning in the right light. It's really beautiful. But my favorite shade from this palette is this one. It's called a River, and as well on the black base you can see a lot of green, and it has a purple base. It's so beautiful. I just adore this shade. Okay, so these were all the palettes. My hand is crying for help. It's so dry and I have glitter everywhere, but I just love swatching eyeshadows. They are so stunning, so beautiful. This video will be very hard to edit because I filmed for around an hour and a half, and I'm gonna get probably like 8 minutes at best of footage, but it's fine. I really like swatching shadows, and I hope you find this video interesting. So if you like it and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.